So let's see if I can see what changes were made. So it doesn't really look like any. Interesting. Okay. Let me go into here and pull down all of these other streams that are a bunch of nonsense. Oh, so considering the amount of subscribers I have now, I should ask for no one else to subscribe and just leave it at this amount. I won't say anything more than that. Alright, so this can go, this can go, this can go, and that can go. Okay, now, so long as this stays consistent, I think, I really don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, if this stays consistent, no pixelation, no dropping of the sound, these are the settings we're going to stick to. Now, if only we could do something about my gameplay as well. We'd be all set. That goes at Lawrence. I've just been messing around with some of the settings for YouTube, trying to get it set so I can be starting the streams and for the most part just be interacting within Streamlabs. But initially when I was trying it, there was like a ton of pixelation and the sound was coming in and out. And it's weird, I did make minor changes, but I'm not really sure if those are changes that would have that big of an impact, but maybe. First, for what we are looking at right now, yes. We've had a couple people in bearing the brunt of the testing, but that's why I have testing in the title. How's your day going? 4 hours. My goodness. Monsieur Brian. Well, thanks for stopping on by. Hope you had a good stream. You're not sure if it's a Perkins raid? Have a good one. Man, I have a hard time just doing an hour and a half. So 4.5 hours. My lord. Oh, that's why I wasn't able to do... Like, there's no way I could have done any of the Abyss Paths in one sitting. Like, it was always over 2 days. Okay, yeah, so far, this is looking a lot better. Pixelation's not happening, the sound's not dropping. So actually what I should do is take a screenshot of what these settings are and make sure that's what I'm always using. I think the other thing I might need to look into is trying to find some kind of noise cancelling or background noise cancelling software or something. I've seen a couple things where it will, like anything other than your voice pretty much, it will just like tune out. So I need to look into that. Because normally I don't have the stream sound active for myself, but I do now, and I hear all the background noise like the mouse clicks and stuff like that. So oh really? Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious me. Okay, good. Just got that. Good, good, good. And we'll grow. So the next thing I want to try, because I'm still convinced that I'm going to get these headphone mic sounding the way I want it to. So that's the next thing to mess around with. But I'm not going to put anybody through that today. It's been enough torture for this little bit of time we've been here. So when Domino first came out, her L1 used to kick my ass all the time. And I couldn't get why I couldn't dex it. And then I finally realized it was a matter of her unlucky on me. So now, obviously, if I'm unlucky, I just block it. If and she doesn't have the debuff up on me, then then I'll dex it. Which it's not difficult to dex. But I think actually, like the first little bit when she was out and on defense, I think that's what was the issue with her. It wasn't actually that she was hard in general. It was just that people weren't familiar with that ability. So, and I think that's a big reason why now you don't see her getting nearly as many kills as she did previously. I think for the most part, actually, the only reason Korg still gets kills is not because of his Thorns damage, but more people just aren't that good at dexing his L1. Yeah, she's easy to parry though. I mean, all you gotta do is just back up so that she charges you. And then, there you go. I think the first 2 weeks when we faced her as a defender, I didn't know what the hell to do, and then I realized all I really needed to do was use a tech champion, back up, and that was it. At that time, I still wasn't good at avoiding her L1, and then once I realized how to handle that, I haven't died to her in war in 6 seasons, maybe? Although she's not nowhere near as common as she used to be, though, either. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. I guess it must have been those settings that were screwing things up. And again, I don't think it was anything significant that I changed. Yeah, I don't know how much. So I think outside of like people in Plat 4, Gold 1, Plat 3, who are trying to get higher, I don't know if in like silver and stuff like that. I think what it is more than anything is that people just don't really have the time commitment for the game, so don't have the opportunity to look up the new information and so on and so forth. I think that's one of the biggest reasons for the separation in different levels. Yes, of course, there's some skill, there's going to be roster, so on and so forth, but skill, roster, over time, those will change. So, because I've noticed, like in the lines that I'm in now, outside of like doing AQ, and I think too, it's a relatively international alliance, so there's not that many people online at the same time, but they're not like that social. Like people will leave a message in the general chat or in AQ chat, but when you respond, it's not as though there's a actual conversation going on. It's over time. You think? I'm not even sure what this alliance is for war. Oh, I think Gold 1 or Gold 2. But I'm not too concerned about that one way or the other. One of the big appeals was that they're only going to be running 2 war groups during the season, so I am definitely not intending to be in one of those 2 groups. And as far as AQ goes, I think we had 3,500 glory, and then 900 from the other section, and that's more than fine for me. So if I'm not getting 3,000, at least 3,000 a week, that's quite alright. It's looking more and more like, unless they buff AQ and war rewards, but it's looking more and more like you're going to be able to get what you need for the most part from solo stuff, and then supplement it with the alliance stuff. How goes it, Grim? What is a new and exciting with you? Yeah, so what is that, Ultron Prime? I mean, he's 3 years old, so people aren't that, I mean, the videos and stuff of him were done quite a while ago, so I'm waiting for the awakening gem from the calendar, and then I'll probably awaken him, and I think I have him at R4 currently. I've never used him outside of Arena. But yeah, I could see taking him to R5. I mean, why the hell not? Yeah, okay. So he's R4 currently. Ah, very good, Grim. But I thought the question, your conundrum there was more along the lines of having the resources if you got somebody good from your next pull. Yeah, I don't think too many people took. Well, what is his actual name? I think it's Ultron Prime. Oh no, just Ultron. So are they both just Ultron? Because I thought there was differentiation in name. Oh yeah, they are both Ultron, just Ultron. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, in game they're both just Ultron, but it's just a matter of what we refer to him. So yeah, I think the one which heals, we refer to him as Ultron Prime, and then the other one we refer to as just Ultron. Okay, good. But yeah, in game they're both named Ultron. Yeah. So I've got 2 Awakening Gem crystals. I'm gonna have a third from the calendar. If one of the 3, is Tech, I'm gonna awaken him. I don't. It's not that big of a deal. Honestly, I think the other Ultron is better because I mean he heals. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. They both have the evade. The normal Ultron has the bleed. The LOL Ultron has the poison. Which actually, I suppose, defensively, might actually be better because there's a lot more bleed immune champions, not that many poison immunes. So it kind of would limit you a little bit to who you'd be able to use against him. Who am I looking for? Ah, yes. Science T4CC? Oh, no. 5 Science AGs? Oh, oh dear. Oh, that's not good. Although, I mean, I don't know if Red Guardian needs it. There's a bunch who benefit from it, but it's not a requirement. So, this might not be terrible. I'm trying to look at the positive. There aren't too many. Yeah, but I mean, between the 2 Ultrons, what they are capable of doing is the same outside of the heal and the bleed and the poison, right? Like they're both dual immune, so you're not going to use somebody to, you're not going to try to poison them or bleed them. They both have the ability to evade, so you've got to be aware of that. Yeah. I mean, well, they are more different than what red and white mags used to be, or what blue and red Cyclops are. So the 2 Ultron were more unique than at least those other 2 characters. Now, obviously, the Magneto, that's no longer the case, because there is a difference between the red and white Magneto now. So yeah, basically outside of possibly using a heal block or heal reversal champ, or a specific bleed or poison immune, you'd use the same champions for both Ultrons. I mean, if the evade's an issue, then you can use somebody with slow. Oh, okay, so look at it like this. You would use Ghost or you would use Quake exactly the same way, fighting either Ultron. So now, Ghost, yeah, you'd probably use her the same way for Magneto, currently, as is. You might have to... I'm just thinking if you actually need to do anything different for the L1 or L2. I think you're gonna you're gonna phase them both. The only difference is whether or not, no, because his projectile, the timing on that is a little bit different than the L2, or is a little bit different than his where he rises up. So because those specials have been changed, you would need to be aware of that and take it into consideration. Only one Ultron has that, not both? Okay. That's interesting. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's get this under control. I think the regular one gets the armor, but again, I'm talking about like when you're fighting them, not necessarily their. Like I'm just talking from a war defense standpoint. As attacking, it would be different right off the bat just because of the regeneration would make it different attacking. Because for example, with the usual Ultron, if you're right at a threshold of healing, you're going to want to take that little bit of damage to get the heal, right? Whereas you're not going to do that with LOL Ultron. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it. Well, yeah, because isn't that like basically a robot synergy or a bad robot synergy? Because I think Gilly 2099 gets that as well, right? Oh, she does. That's interesting. I thought she had something with Warlock. Oh, maybe it's on her that I'm thinking of. Oh, okay, so that's just the Fury. Because there is a synergy where, maybe that's on Gilly, where if they're immune to something, they gain power or something like that. Gain synergy. Yeah, okay. That's the one there I was thinking of. And that doesn't apply to Ultron anyways. Oh, okay, so it's Gilly and Warlock that have that. Okay. That's actually... I wonder... Does that count for suicides? Yeah, but I don't think the Fury on him lasts very long. Like, I don't think it's an indefinite Fury. Your best bet for where you need the Fury to do damage is Heimdall and Hela or Angela, because it gives you a permanent Fury. I mean, somebody like Hyperion or whatever would be good there too, but his will tick down. Whereas with the Heimdall Angela, it's just there for the whole fight. Huh, that's not bad actually. I mean, I guess it doesn't make up for them not benefiting from willpower, but meh, it's still something, right? So after you've taken him to R5, where do you think you'll use him? Like, could you see somewhere in Act 6 in particular that he would be useful? Or, I don't know if anywhere in the Cavalier difficulty, at least this month's, although this month's is kind of irrelevant, I suppose, because it's almost done. So possibly next month's. What's his prestige like? Or do you know? Okay. Yeah, if the regular Ultron had a little bit more damage, or even a synergy that would allow him to do more damage, I would use him for like auto fighting, because I mean, with that heal, and then I'm always using suicide, so with that heal, any block damage or damage I'm taking I'm going to get back, and then with suicides I don't need to worry about that at all, other than the recoil, which the heal could offset to an extent. So the only problem is he's so slow, it's not worth it. I can get it done quicker with somebody with more damage, and yeah, I'll take damage, but I get it done before the champion's dead, so. I'm interested now to see with this stream, like the settings that I have now, and as far as I can tell, the stream has been fine. Like, it's not pixelating. I don't know about the sound because I'm no longer listening to the stream sound, but I don't think that, that's not very good for Prestige. I don't think that the sound is dropping anymore. So it's going to be interesting over the next couple days. I'm not going to do anything to the settings to see if there's any more problems, or for now it's going to be consistently like it is. Yeah, but I think too, at the end of the day, right, when you get to this, like if you've done everything in the game, you've got the resources, there's no champs that you have that are going to significantly impact anything you see coming up for you, then yeah, take up unique champions for sure. And yeah, LOL Ultron is definitely not a champion you're going to see many people having at R5, so. I was actually considering it for a while because I had so much tech resources, mainly ISO and the T4CCs, which I guess are the only tech resources. And that was why I went for the Abyss Nexus as the text class, is just because I had so many resources. As a 6-star, like there was several that I could get that were new, so I knew those resources would be able to be put to good use. Yeah, exactly. I wonder how the current 5-star Thor would compare to the pre 12.0 4-star Thor. Like if you took the pre 12.0 4-star Thor and had them do a race. So yes, one's a 4-star, one's a 5-star. Do a race now. I wonder which would do better. That'd be interesting. I mean, obviously, it's something that you... Oh, I guess in a sense you could compare it, right? If you looked at old videos of a 4-star pre-12.0 Thor going through ROL, and then you look at somebody who has an R5 Thor now doing ROL, it'd be interesting to compare their times. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Another interesting one would be a Scarlet Witch comparison. Although with her, it's not her like her damage ability capacity wasn't really changed. It was more just the amount of times her abilities would proc, which was changed for her. Because I mean, I think the amount she heals, the amount her L2 does, I think that's all the same. But the amount of times the regen would proc, or so on and so forth. Yeah, but Thor now, he only has a max of like 3 armor breaks, I think. Whereas the pre-nerfed one, I don't think there was a limit, right? And I'll be right back.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Only 2. Jeez. Lawrence, did you play before 12.0? So initially when 12.0 hit, I thought Scarlet Witch was the most impacted. Like she was significantly different. And I didn't use Doctor Strange much prior to this change. The main reason I didn't use him much was because I had Scarlet Witch and I used her for everything. Hey Glisser, how you doing? But yeah, so initially I would have thought that Scarlet Witch was the most impacted champion. But seeing how things are now, I think it was actually more impacted to Doctor Strange. Even though, because they changed him and then they kind of went back a little bit on him. So the biggest change now is just the timings. Because I think it used to be like a 6-second rotation for each of his buffs, and now I think it's an 8 or something like that. Like it's a slight difference. And you wouldn't think that really changes much, but it actually does, right? Because you're looking at having to wait 4 more seconds before you get your healing phase. Now, if you're doing long fights, it's kind of irrelevant because you're going to get through that phase, like each of the phases quite a bit, right? But if you're looking at shorter fights, especially like Arena, now obviously Arena isn't that impactful because the fights are done quickly. But if you're looking at Arena, for the most part, you're normally not even getting to your healing phase. And for most fights, like outside of the really long ones, I'm trying to think how much of an impact it would have in Act 6. Well, even there, yeah, because you're delaying when you're getting it, like how long you have to wait for your heal. Now, that being said, though, having the armor up first is good because it lets you establish control of the fight, right? Like if you get hit in the face mistakenly at the beginning, you're not going to take as much damage because of the armor up. Then your second phase with the Fury is when you've got your damage portion, and then your power gain phase where you're getting the regen. But yeah, I think, I mean, I haven't played with a 5-star Scarlet Witch, and I haven't used a 4-star in forever, but I have a feeling that if you were to compare the pre-12.0 champions, you'd see that Doctor Strange is actually the worst off now. Yeah, I have a 5-star Doctor Strange Unawakened. If I were to able to dupe him, I don't know if I would take him, because he's got a couple not bad synergies. Like there's one with Sim Supreme. I think there's one more maybe that benefit him quite a bit. Let me take a look. Yeah. Deal 50% of base attack as direct damage when nullifying a buff off the opponent. No, I think there's something though, and I don't remember who it's with, but I think there's something that increases the healing that he gets as well. But I don't... Oh, there's something with Sorcerer Supreme as well. Gain passive prop. No, that's not what I was thinking. So there's something else. I don't know who it's with. Because I think his synergies are still the same as they've always been. Yeah. They're still just the old boring ones. So Lawrence, who's currently the most desired champion for you? Oh, I need to do a few of these. Let me see how many keys I have. I think I need 5 keys for this to get everything that's useful for me. I don't know if there's too much more from Epic or Legendary that I need, actually. So I only have 1 key for Epic. So the only thing I'm really after in any of these is T4B. And I'd actually like to avoid getting those T1As. I've got way too many T1A. But looks like that might be the only T4B here, so I guess I'll have to suck it up. Oh, wait, no, we got one here. Oh, that needs 2 keys. Okay, and Legendary. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you there, Lawrence. That's partly why I think I'm going to save up to 4 6-star crystals before I open any. Because there's no one... I mean, there's people I'd like. Like, I'd like to get a Warlock. That'd be really the only new champion that I can think of off the top of my head. Red Guardian, I wouldn't mind. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing else from Legendary. I have to do Legendary keys. I don't really see anything that I want to go for, though. I could go for... Well, I think I have a bunch of those still. Okay. Yeah, yeah, for me, I guess it's really going to matter what Act 7 is looking like. I think, I could be wrong, but I think, at least for the next little while, as far as Cavalier goes, the monthly event quest, I think I have most champions to cover whatever I need there. Do you think you'll do a Legends run when the Legends, when that whole thing changes? Oh, here's the reason I don't really want the T1A. I'm going to do the T1A Arena, but that's more because of the battle chips and units. So this is why I don't really want the T1A. I've got all this T1A. Oh, how did I... Oh, shoot. So I'm going to have to R2 somebody. Damn it. Yeah, so I've got all this T1A, and I just don't have the 5-star champions to use it on, because I think every 5-star now I have is at least R3. Yep. So, and Mr. Fantastic is R3 already. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, other than a title, the current one doesn't do anything for you, other than the first time you do it. Well, I guess any time you do it, and you get the extra T4CC. But considering how available T4CC are, that's kind of irrelevant. So yeah, it's just the title. And considering that we've got... Oh, it's Wednesday, right? When the next title goes live? No, Thursday. Okay. So yeah, so considering the next progression title is happening in a couple days, I don't think it's going to be a while before we get another one after that. So yeah, so every single one. Wait, let me go back here for a second. Oh, okay. So I have 1 Cosmic that I could still take to R3. Wow. Jeez. And and to do that, I'm gonna have to open T4CC crystals. Like, you know, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I really I don't want to, because of the amount of time when like I was in desperate need for the T1A. So the changes to the legend stuff isn't supposed to happen until in the new year. I don't know how soon into the new year, but announcing next legends. Oh, you mean the times? You mean like the times that received it for September? Probably next Friday. Although there's no reason it shouldn't be. Well, they should already know, right? Because the cutoff has come and gone. Do I even want to miss? No, I'm just going to go with 4 stars to get this going. Normally I pick my lowest 5-star champs, but going through and picking ones that aren't part of a synergy team, blah blah, it's time consuming. It's probably better just to go to the 4 stars and get it going. Okay, so I'm going to go for about another 5 minutes, and then that will be that for the stream. So this stream is an hour, but I've been here for about an hour and a half with all the nonsense I was messing with earlier. You know, it's funny because in game you can look at the Legends leaderboards, and there's some people who do Legends runs many times. I mean, hey, they have the ability to do so, so be it, right? But the thing is, you're taking that, you've already got the title, T4CC. If you're able to run it many times, you probably don't need the T4CC. So all you're doing is just preventing someone else from achieving that title. I mean, that being said, I did it 3 times. I did it my initial one where I got the title. I did it the second time to try a different champion. And I did it the third time just because I could. And I wanted to see... I did it 3 times. And the third time, was just to do it just because. But in all honesty, I don't know why you do it more than one. I could see doing it 2 times, actually. I could see doing it 2 times. So the first time to get the title, and the second time if you wanted to try out a different champion time-wise to see how you would do in comparison, I could see that. But people who are doing it like dozens of times, I don't get that at all. Which is one thing I thought was a little bit funny when Legacy made the video about missing out on the Legends when he was doing 6.4, I think. Because one of his complaints was that people were doing it multiple times, and yet he had done the Time Legend run quite a few times himself. So it's kind of like, you're complaining about people doing what you have done. Now his thing was that it was Mercs, right? So it was because the same person was doing it on multiple accounts. But I mean, the end result is exactly the same as him doing it many times as well. So, and it was funny too because even with Act 6, he did Legend runs multiple times. Now with Act 6, I get it because you would do it the first time to obtain the champion, and then the second time you would do it is because you wanted to dupe the champion. So I get that. But again, even so, you're still taking. So you've got the champion. Good for you. You're going for the dupe, but you are then taking away the ability of somebody else to even get the champion the first time, which I think is a little bit shitty. But it is what it is. And I mean, to be fair, the game allows for that, so. Yeah, so I think I don't know if I'll go. I don't know if I'll go for a Legends run the first time it's available, with where it's going to be uncollected in Cavalier. So two things: I'm not sure if I'll go for it right away, and second, I don't know if I'll wait until I have Corvus at R4. I think at R3, I don't think between R3 and R4 there's going to be a huge difference. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure I will do it with Corvus. The only other champion that I would consider doing it with would be Ghost if she was R3. And so long as there weren't a lot of armor break champions on the path, she should do okay for it. Corvus, if the first couple champions are the right classes or tags, he should tear that up. How'd that go? Poor Winter Soldier. He's always getting beat up. Yeah, that's a few hits there, Tiger. I think the least I've ever done it in is 82, 84 with Starkey. And then Aegon normally takes about 110, 115. I was doing a Domino a little bit for a while. Yeah, I mean, she can do it in very few hits, but obviously it depends on how lucky you get with the crit bleeds. Okay. Do you know who the fastest is for? Yeah, if you're using L3 a lot. Yeah. It's kind of funny, eh? Because there's two ways you can look at ROL farming. You can do it where you just continually reset on Winter Soldier, or you could look at it where you go, at least to Wolverine. So, for me, I like to go to Wolverine, and then I'll usually fight him. If I get to the 500 hit combo with Aegon during the Wolverine fight, then I'll do Black Bolt and Hulk. I think Aegon would still probably be the fastest going through the entire thing. He's definitely not going to be the fastest for Winter Soldier, but to get through all of the bosses, I think he would still probably be the fastest. Yeah, Archangel might be. Yeah. Yeah, he might be the fastest for Winter Soldier. Well, yeah, he'd probably be the fastest consistently, but I think Domino would be faster depending on luck. Yeah, but Call you have to build up though. so he wouldn't necessarily be fastest fight one. And also, I think he gets something for an. I don't know for. Crap. I know there's if you take out Vision, Call would be like a lot more powerful after that. And I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's like the tech or the robot or the Avengers stuff. But yeah, if you basically use Call for that fight, anything after, he's going to be crazy. And I have no idea why he decided to go against Omega Red. Oh. So I'm going to have to open some T4CCs if I want the Cosmics to take up that one Cosmic from R2 to R3. But I have a lot of Science T4CC and a lot of Mystic. I don't really have any Science or Mystics that I really want to use resources on. Alright, Lawrence, have a good one. I think this is the last fight right now, actually, and the stream shall be done. Until next time. And at least next time I won't be messing around with the settings. I think I've got it figured out how it's going to go from now on, so. Nice. Yeah, I've had a 6-star Call for a little while. I have not used him at all, other than Arena. I figure I will take him to R2, and then once I do that, then I'll have a go with him in ROL. I think for the most part, though, I'm gonna take him up to the Vision fight and use that fight. Use Call on that fight, and then after that, I should get an idea of what he can do. Alright, and there we have it. We are all done. And, well, look at that. Nobody's streaming. How sad. Very, very sad. Alright, so for anybody that was here during the initial testing and try to figure out what changes would be seen live and whatnot, thanks for sticking with it. Everyone else, thanks for coming hanging out, keeping me company. Monsieur Lawrence, it was good to chat with you. Glisser, thanks for coming by saying hello. Mr. Melvin, Mr. Grimm, it's good to see you guys. And Mr. Brian Perkins, thanks for stopping by. Hope your stream went well. I'm sure you'll be doing a stream later on today, probably. But yeah. Alright guys, have a good one. Take care.